Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry, here with David and Edward. So guys, if we had not talked about Marco Silva enough, we apparently need to talk about him some more.
It's a golden opportunity.
You know, let's just beat this dead horse some more. So Silva, after a very long stretch of poor results at Watford, got sacked recently. Watford blamed Everton for their unwarranted approach, claiming that it turned his head, and because of that, he had pretty much decided to leave, and that he had already begun planning bringing other players to Everton as well. Hence, their performances dropped as well, so they sacked him. They had turned us down for £15 million approach. They turned us down on that. So, what was that?
I'm just laughing at the irony of this whole situation.
It's the weirdest thing. So right now, what we're dealing with, because a lot of supporters are not happy with Big Sam and our style of play, and and our little run we've been on recently. So let's consider the situation here, okay? I hear a lot of people flat out saying we shouldn't want Silva anymore. He's failed at 2 clubs. They've said he didn't. His record recently at Watford means he's not the manager we need, and he also got Hull relegated. So why would we be in for him now? Other people say don't sack Sam right now because we need a little stability. And what would it do to the players to bring in another manager in the middle of the season? Okay? So where do you guys stand? All right? Because it seems to me there's 3 possibilities here. 3. We can keep Sam and grab Silva in the summer. We could sack Sam and grab Silva now. We could keep Sam till the summer and grab someone else. That's pretty much, those are our, or we could just keep Sam forever. I forgot, there is a 4th one. I wasn't considering it, but that is a possibility.
Yeah. Just leave it at 3. I think that'll do. Don't need that 4th one.
That's why I didn't really consider it a possibility until I just realized, oh, I should say it. But so guys, what is your preference? How are you feeling about this?
At the time, I wasn't convinced by Silva. I got on board because there wasn't much in the way of options. It didn't end up happening anyway. But he's never completed a full season as a manager, which for me says a lot. And equally, if you're a great manager, you're going to always be under speculation. And if him or his side can't handle that, then I think that speaks volumes. In terms of bringing them in, I just wouldn't bring him in full stop. I wouldn't bring him in now because although I'm fed up of Allardyce, I think he's the wrong appointment. I don't think we need another managerial movement. And in the summer, I do hope Allardyce is gone, but I think we need to go in for someone else.
Okay, so that's choice number 3. Option C, keep Sam till the summer and grab someone else. Edward, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, if we go all the way back to when we didn't have a manager, and before Sam actually came in, what wondrous times. I was never. You all remember, I was never on the Marco Silva bandwagon because I remember in one video in particular, I think David had the great analogy, and he brought it up with once a cheater, always a cheater, which basically summarised my view on it. Because
I knew you were going to say that. That's really funny. I was thinking about quoting Edward. I thought it was Edward's line. That's funny.
Well, no, I was referring to it. David was the one that actually said it and all that. So all credit when it's due. But I still got that view now.
I've always heard, guys, okay? I'm not speaking from experience.
Yeah, just to clear that up. But I think, don't get me wrong, I think he could be a good manager, but to do it now would be really stupid. He's definitely better than Allardyce, but looking at how he treated Watford, would he do the same for us? Quite possibly. Would he be better with us? Quite possibly. But it's all just a bit of would he, should we, maybe not. So no, I wouldn't go for him full stop. Just go for someone else because if Big Sam brings this whole like stability and gets us a bit better like he's supposed to be doing, we can aim a bit higher in a way.
All right. So I'll just say right now, I think this year at this point is about making sure we don't drop too far down the table. All right. Like I thought it wasn't really as big of a concern. I thought Sam had won us enough points to where I was more comfortable. And then I saw some of the teams near the bottom winning some games. I watched Swansea beat the RS at on Monday. And
that's another thing. Should we be trying to sign Alfie Mawson? Considering he can score against them.
See, that's another. Well, he's been mentioned again. You buy from Swansea, you're going to pay double right now. So the real, I don't know. I think the safest option right now is you go with the manager who has never been relegated. Right now, Sam is the safest plan for this season. All right, it just is safe. I hate talking like this, guys. I feel like an idiot, but it's the way it is. If we were thinking,
it's bad when Gerry has to be negative.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It feels negative to say it, and I'm almost talking myself out of it. But if I'm the Everton higher ups, and I think, well, we got to make sure we don't get relegated, Sam is the safest option. I don't think Allardyce is the manager to whisk us into the future. I think we got a very clear idea or a hint of where Moshiri wants to take the club with the subject of our next video. You should check that out in a minute, which is the fact that we've been talking to PSV football director Marcel Brands about possibly bringing him in some sort of role. We can discuss that more later, but I think that right there gives us an idea that maybe Moshiri is thinking about hiring someone that's not Big Sam, all right? And we'll go into more detail about that later, and I'll try to explain that later in the other video because that's not this video. But yeah, so honestly, my advice right now is keep Sam till the summer and grab the best candidate. That might be Silva by the time we get there. It might be, all right? I want to just reevaluate everybody at that time. My preference is Fonseca from Shakhtar. That's my. I hope we get him. I think we didn't get him last time because they said no. Not that he said no, but they said no because they didn't want to lose their manager before Champions League games, and they're in the middle of the season. I get it. Okay, understood. So yeah, keep him till then, and then reevaluate everyone. I feel like that's kind of a cop-out, but I think you hire the best person. Just don't make the decision now. Who knows who the best one is later. Rumor is, though, that Silva might be going to Southampton. So that's a thing. So if he goes to Southampton, we know Moshiri's got someone else in his sights, and they've already talked to them.
Simeone.
Oh, hey. He's apparently right now Atletico looks like a bit of a dumpster fire, which is weird for Atletico because they're usually so sound, but right now they don't look great. That could mean Simeone leaves.
That might mean Griezmann will go. Oh, I don't want him to go to United.
I don't know. With the people United's buying right now, I don't know if they want him. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that would be left. Even by United standards, I think that Sanchez contract is.
Oh, that is ridiculous. They're spending 51 million on wages a year just on Pogba, Ibrahimovic, Lukaku and Sanchez.
Yeah. Well, I think Ibrahimovic's days are numbered there, though.
He'll be cut loose, but still a lot of money, isn't it?
It is. Totally is.
It's too much.
Too
much.
So basically, you two guys are saying keep Sam till the summer and then grab somebody else. I'm saying keep Sam till the summer and then grab whoever the best option is at that time. And like I said, it might be Silva. We're saying essentially the same thing, except for you guys are both saying no to Silva. I'm saying maybe, which is.
I think really it's going to be a whole thing with transfers, like with players. You're buying in a manager who could be a really good one. Could be really cheap, could take us to the next level, or we could spend big, be a complete flop, or we go on someone who looks all right but could potentially move to a bigger club.
I think what's a concern for me right now is we've got Allardyce as our manager, and we're spending money with Allardyce as our manager, and his style is completely different than these managers that we're talking about that might be coming in. That's a concern.
Yeah.
All right? They're just not the same.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to work out. Yeah, if I didn't know any better, that seems like they're planning on him potentially staying, but we got to get results, and he's got to win. If he doesn't produce, then that's not even an option. I don't know. I think he's gone, Summer, and I always have. Whatever. I think we've covered this pretty thoroughly. I know people have opinions about this. This is a big, I see all over Twitter and message boards, people have strong opinions about this one, all right? Yeah. So if you guys have any comments about that, chime in. Yeah.
I think Gerry Barton had a really good analogy and all that, saying, well, I think he's really pro, like, Silva coming in, but have a listen to his TalkSport interview about it. It's quite an interesting one.
Okay. I did not do that. So
basically comparing both of them to houses, and it's quite interesting actually.
Okay.
There you go. After watching all the Toffee Blues videos though, because you need to do that first and subscribe and make sure you're liking and commenting and all that.
All right. So let's finish this up. That's the end of the Silva sacked now what segment. Because now what, right? Anyway, if
don't blame us.
If you're digging the videos, please subscribe. Nearing 500. Yeah, get a lot of support. You guys are awesome. Like, comment, tell us what you think. We know you will on this one. I don't even have to tell you to do it. Also, check out David's stuff on the Sportsman and the Toffee Blues website. Check out Edward's YouTube channel, Jam E. James. Details are right down. Yeah. All right, we got one more video to do. So, thanks and bye.